The Queen of England
Okay.
is deceased. My condolences. Apparently, there are Africans that have some mixed feelings. I too recognize myself as an African. Have mixed feelings over the death of Queen Elizabeth because of, shocker, colonialism. King Leopold. All right, I'm going to move on. Okay, so we're not going to talk about Peach Grove. Moving on. Okay. One Twitter poster said that they cannot mourn, okay, of what she said was her grandmother's movement pass, a colonial document that prevented free travel for Kenyans under British rule in the East African country. There's some people that are perplexed.
Kenya, that was a little slight to Kenya. Look, the dope thing about this is that our people on the continent are speaking out. People are coming to these brothers and sisters with microphones and asking, what do you think about the Queen Elizabeth passing, right? And a lot of them, they saying two things. And it's on the website, the Reporter Newspaper Online.com, right? And what they're saying is, with the mic in hand, live on the news, these are Africans saying, I'm not sure if I feel anything. I don't have a yay, I don't have a nay. But most people were saying, Africans, why should I be mad at somebody who reaped the benefits? Because she's been a queen for years. I mean, like 4 or 5 decades or some stuff like that. And they said she was instrumental and played an intricate part in colonializing Africa, some parts of Africa. You look in South Africa, it's look like New York. I mean, it's Europeans jogging and stuff like that. You got people that look like you and I, talking like you and I on a continent as a direct result of colonialism. Tell me what colonialism is so people can know if they don't know. They hear colonizers, we hear all that, but tell people what that means.
Just give it to
I'm going to... don't come for me.
She about to say it.
Hesitant. You see the reluctation. It is the forceful takeover of one's ways of upbringing, heritage, and culture, and changing it into what they deem is proper and fit.
Come on, man. Come on.
That's colonialism, daggone it. I don't have another definition. I can read it from you out of West.
I like that, to take over. To take over and change the actual way that things happening and putting in your style over things. This is what...
Saying that that's what's right and just.
Yeah, and this is what...
No matter how unjust and unright.
Well, how about I just bring a little bit of sunshine to the timeline today while I'm sitting here with the usual suspects. I'm going to just give it to you in the raw. So, everybody went die hard and just loved it when Queen Diana married Prince Charles. If you ask me, that's when Americans or, the less fortunate started liking that family. You need to do the whole entire history and go back and about that family.
You mean like from King Leopold?
I'm talking about from Christopher Columbus. Now, let's go there, okay? Let's go there.
So we're not going to talk about how he used the Bible to talk about how he could enslave people.
I'm just saying, let's go all the way there and why they had such a hard time about Harry, Mary, and Meghan. Do you understand? She said that's a what country. Oh, you're just spitting on our family name. So it's at the end of the day, what they don't really understand about colonialism, at the end of the day, they took our families from tribes, brought them over here on boats, beat them. You're not going to praise your gods. You're not going to do your dance.
There was no cruise ship neither.
I mean, do you understand? You're not going to do all of that because we deem that you're going to be this way and that way because you got to remember they had slaves and servants before they came over here to what they call the Americas and stuff. I'm going to even go even deeper. Take a good look at your flag. That's why I don't like the national anthem. What does it symbolize? What is it like? It ain't no different than they flag. Come on, you better get you some knowledge that you can't get in college.
Let me tell you.
We mimic almost every single thing. I mean, not we, but the European nation over here mimic almost every single, royal thing that was going on over there, not really knowing that they was barbaric through the whole whole situation and about it.
Let me tell. So I will tell you.
I will not cry. I will not shed a tear.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm a quote from the article that from their grandmother. So it was another Kenyan who quoted her grandmother that stated, and I quote, "Used to narrate how they were beaten and how their husbands were taken away from them and left to look after their kids during colonial times. May we never forget them. They are our heroes."
Let me say something right here in closing. Colonialism is the actual, not necessarily taking over people and shipping them. That's a part of it. Colonialism is to come into your house. I'm coming into your house and I'm changing everything around.
Yeah, this book don't go.
Because I'm the man. No, yeah. I'm trying to keep it so people can really get it. I'm coming to your house. You run your house your way. You make your bed every other day. You wash every week, every Saturday. You dust every Sunday. You are a Christian. You do your thing your way. You get somebody in your house, your new man, he comes through and put his shit down the way he want to put it down, and you have no choice but to acquiesce or hunker underneath or hearken underneath. He just colonialized your style. That's what colonialism is.
So
okay.
Kenya has been under British rule since 1895.
Still to this day, or they finally broke out?
It was named an official colony in 1920 and remained that way until it won its independence in 1963.
Come on. And that's why they talk like us over here. So a lot of people trip out, Shar, when they see Africans and they talk like us, swag like us, because the same Europeans that sent us and dealt us dirty in slavery are the same Europeans that colonized over there. That means we're going to give you the same white Jesus.
So we're
going to give you the same history books. That's why they over there talking about Great Britain.
And it's his story. Let me put y'all up on game. Among the worst atrocities under British rule occurred during the Mau Mau uprising, and that started in 1952, which is the same year that Queen Elizabeth took the throne. The colonial administration at the time carried out extreme acts of torture, including castration and sexual assault, and detainment camps where as many as 150,000 Kenyans were held. Elderly Kenyans who sued for compensation in 2011 were ultimately awarded, nobody talks about this because it's not on the news, they were ultimately awarded £19.9 million by a British court. Little is it known that the family of Dr. Martin Luther King, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., received compensation after they found out the CIA was almost complicit in his assassination.
I mean, I'm just saying, all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, before you get caught up with all this stuff, that the propaganda and everything that they show us on TV about these different people around the world, I'm just saying, I learned it in school. I mean, I had to take a class in college that I didn't understand.
You paid for it. This is knowledge you can't get in college.
I'm just saying, I learned this in school, and when I realized, where our so-called flag came from, and where our so-called different, as far as what is our political parties and the way that they're set up, how it actually came into fruition, I didn't like them then, so I gave two mucks in a sock about it.
2 months in a sock.
Because at the end of the day, they came over here with thieves and robbers and people that didn't have any royal lineage, and they came over here and made their wealth and lineages when they was the bottom of the feeds. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then not only that, they come over there and made themselves something, and then took away our culture,
the identity and the culture of what was there.
Right. Not only here, but I'm talking about from my ancestors, because I know, I don't care how light-skinned I look. I know that I'm African by the way of the slave trade. I know this because of the things that I do naturally.
We can't have no YouTube uprising right now. Okay, we can't have the YouTube uprising right now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We'll draw it back.
All right.
Because I feel me about to look. I'm 30 seconds away from you, following you to Peach Grove. And we're like,
okay. Well, we'll let it go.
I
was just bringing a
read
little
the article. But this, no, bottom line
sunshine
is,
to the
and this is
timeline.
what you know. That is sunshine, because that's light. If nothing else, do your research. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Don't listen to what Brother Hiram saying. Don't listen to what Sister Shar saying. Make sure you do your research. Be like, wait a minute, what they're saying is true? Look it up. You can. Encyclopedia Britannica is online now.
You got Google.
Yes, Google. You don't have to sit and, you know what I mean, Bing, Yahoo, the whole nine, GoDaddy, you know what I mean? Do the whole nine. So make sure you do your research, pick up a book, read it, check out an article. And if nothing else, try to disprove what it is that you believe is true.
Come on,
and find out what you can see.
I like that. But before we go, I heard somebody say something today, and it blew my mind.
What?
And it was like, why does it matter? Because, somebody loved her and the different stuff that they were saying. And I was like, wow, that's so disconnected from your roots.
You know what? I will say, I'm not going to say, I can't ask the question, why does it matter? Yeah, I asked the question on the last topic. So I was like, what difference does it make? Having for the National Football League. But on this subject, I will say it touched me because I watched her daughter, Princess Anne, curtsy her mother's casket.
What do curtsy mean?
It's a feminine bow. It's what women do. It's what
Nubian women do, American women do.
I don't know. You know what? I don't know where it came from. I haven't done enough research to say. I don't know if Nubians curtsied or if that was a thing, but I do know. You know what I mean? I don't know where it originated from. I'm not even about to try to make that lie. But I will say that it's a dip, a step back and a usually a flaring out of the skirt or what have you.
And they have their feet crossed and
yeah. And that's what she did as a show of respect to her mom. And I'm like, I get that, the colonialism thing and what have you. And trust me, I have an entire, horse to ride on King Leopold. But that's not the point. Point is, that was her mama. And she has the entire globe watching her mourn her mother. And I was like, yo, for her to be able to, that's the sign of respect. Like, what if she wanted to jump on a casket or something? I got 2 casket jumpers. I got 2 people ready to jump on my casket if I die. You know what I mean? They'll be like, oh, no, Lord, not. Wow. Just ready to go. Just so you get some pictures on Instagram and TikTok. You know what I mean? But I really felt that moved me, man. So I don't want to get lost up in the fact that it's still a life lost. You can't be responsible for the mistakes of your ancestors, man, right? You can only do what you can do to make things right. I would have hoped she would have done more, but we're going to move on.